Happy Maker Days, Mustangs! This is a book talk that celebrates 5 cookbooks to check out now. Around this time in the library, we always highlight do it yourself and making, and this year we're going to focus on cooking. So if you've never tried to cook at home, these cookbooks are an excellent place to start. The first book that is absolutely my favorite is called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat by Chef Samin Nosrat. And she also has a Netflix show that's called Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat, and she focuses on each of the elements. And the premise of the book is that you can master cooking and you could be a great cook if you just understood that these 4 elements better. There's no photos in the book, they're all illustrations, and the illustrations are really cool, and this book is award winning. So she breaks it down to the basics. She includes a lot of science, but a lot of storytelling also in her recipes. The buttermilk roasted chicken is the best thing I made. So when we were in quarantine, so I highly recommend just come in and take a look at this book because it's really fun and very informative. Another book that's kind of like Salt, Fat, Acid, and Heat that's really fun just to look at and read is Cooking at Home, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying About Recipes and Love My Microwave. This is by Chef David Chang and a food writer, Priya Krishna. They break down all kinds of food that they grew up with. There's no real like ingredients and step-by-step instructions. It's more of like a narrative, and there's a lot of other guides, just like basics, steaming, what food essentials to use. And then there's a reference page in the back where you could go to, and they direct you to cookbooks that go more in depth into the type of food that they're cooking. So this is a good one for anyone who's never cooked before but wants to try it. Next one is I Can Cook Vegan. I love this book. I am not a vegan, but I've tried some of these recipes. This book is really colorful and easy to use. There's beautiful pictures in it. It's by Chef Isha Chandran Moskowitz, and she has a vegan restaurant. I think she has 2 vegan restaurants that are pretty famous. So she focuses a lot on flavor, how to get the most flavor out of a plant-based dish, and her dishes really do not make you miss any meat at all or cheese. And I'm never thought that I could say that, but this is a really cool, fun cookbook. Another good one is Where Cooking Begins: Uncomplicated Recipes to Make You a Great Cook by Carla Lively Music. And she's a cookbook author. She was the editor of Bon Appetit magazine. This book is beautifully photographed, but she also, like the other books, break down basic cooking methods, tools that you should have, and the recipes are delicious. And finally, another favorite of mine is Jubilee. This book is absolutely gorgeous, the pictures in it. This is from food writer. She's actually like a historian and a food journalist, Toni Timpin Martin, but she's a cook also in her own right. And this is recipes from 2 centuries of African American cooking. This is another award-winning cookbook. Um, just read the introduction. It's just so informative. She really focuses on the heritage. She's done so much research on all of these dishes. So it's just a beautiful, really, really informative, interesting book, especially if you're a history buff like me. So I hope you've enjoyed these cookbooks. Stop by, check these books out, and start your own cooking journey.